Hey guys, it's day 72, and today didn't go exactly like I planned. I was hoping to build a bunch of free tools to promote VibeScan, but several things happened that really made me question the direction I'm going in the first place. First off, my mood has just kind of been going downhill over the course of the last week. I really can't even comprehend that it was only a week ago that I was celebrating the record-breaking day when we added like $150 MRR in a single day. I literally can't believe that was just a week ago. And since then, we haven't really gotten any major sales. I had that kind of strange customer support issue, and all of those users that signed up ran several scans at the beginning, and there was some feedback going on the Discord, but things have really dried up, and over the last few days, there've only been a handful of scans. Then Lovable launched their Security Checker 2.0 today, which directly competes with some of what I'm trying to do with VibeScan. I tried it, and it ultimately amounts to them asking the AI agent to search through the code base for security issues. So it's not nearly as thorough as what VibeScan is doing, but I think for a lot of the people who are just vibe coding, they're pretty likely to just click that button in the tool they're already using and not worry about it anymore. I wasn't too worried about it when Claude Code came out with this because my ideal customer isn't really using a command line, but Lovable, yeah, my ideal customers use that already. And then there was also news about CodeRabbit having a data breach, and apparently somebody had figured out a way to get all of their API keys and their GitHub credentials. Thankfully, this was done by a security firm to help CodeRabbit harden their solution. But nonetheless, it made me think like, okay, I'm doing code scans. Is there a way that somebody could do something like that to me? Well, I thought about it and I'm pretty happy with my security posture. I don't have the same issue that CodeRabbit had, but nonetheless, this is the nature of this kind of space, working with other people's code, right? You have to really make sure that things are secure, that data is isolated, and it's easy to make a critical mistake just because of how many technical details there are. And then finally, I received some really good feedback from one of my affiliates who went in and really tried the tool and really thought through what I'm trying to achieve and how the tool works. And while the feedback was mostly positive, he pointed out some issues with the product that really helped me piece together a lot of other feedback that I had heard up until this point. One aspect of that is that VibeScan does find a number of different issues, but the way that it presents them still ends up being pretty technical. It's kind of like on a file by file or issue by issue basis. And when you're somebody who's been vibe coding an app and not even looking at the code, that's going to get really into the weeds. And when you're trying to fix specific things, you're like, why do I care? My app seems to work, right? Is this really that important to fix? And if you're just using the prompt-based approach, like you end up clicking into a bunch of issues and trying to fix that in your code editor. But if you have the auto fix feature, which I was super excited about for the Pro plan, the idea is you click that and it's going to modify the file for you. But the reality is, how do you really trust the changes that this autofix thing makes? And when my friend pointed this out, it made me realize that, yeah, I feel the same way. Like, even myself, I don't accept the pull requests of the autofix. Why? Because I'm not 100% sure that the code is going to be working. Because I know that for myself, I would want to pull down that branch, test it on my computer, make sure that everything is good, and then I would actually merge it. But this is way beyond what a lot of my ideal customers would do. So what would their experience look like? They open this pull request, they just assume, yeah, I guess it's good to go. Let me just click the button. And then if something breaks, right, they're back to using an AI coding tool to hopefully get it back to a working condition. It really becomes this kind of clunky and uncertain experience. And the other thing is, I've been thinking about for the last few days, is just the buyer psychology of getting something like VibeScan, because I have it set up as a subscription right now, but I think a lot of these buyers just have a project that they've worked on. They want to run a scan. They want to make sure everything's good to go. They want just a plain English explanation of what's going on, and then they just want to move on with their lives. If there are issues, they want a clear list of that, maybe a prompt to fix them, And that's it, right? They don't want to run multiple scans over the course of a month or deal with specific files. They just want a report and some quick fixes that they can copy paste into their AI coding tool. And the user behavior really matches that because, like I was saying earlier, a lot of people got a subscription, ran a couple of scans, and then didn't really use the platform very much after that. So given all of that, I'm really kind of at a crossroads right now, trying to figure out, what does the future of VibeScan look like? Am I going to continue the subscriptions? Am I going to switch it to a pay per scan sort of approach? Am I going to switch gears and just do something else entirely? It seems that I just need to take some time to think about the product strategy in general and how I want to move forward. So I'll be thinking about that, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Take care.